Hi, I'm Liz. I go by Stitch by Liz with an underscore over on Instagram, and welcome to Flosstube 68. Today is Thursday, the 23rd of January, 2025. If you are new, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on one of my videos. If you are returning, welcome back to the Hot Mess Express. That is me. If you are new, this is my little corner of YouTube where I talk about my cross stitching. This little corner is where my husband and unpaid editor adds in his little comments. This corner down here is where the little tiny Dark Lord Vader will pop up and add whatever he wants. He may appear because he's just sitting off camera on the other side of my pile of finishes, new starts, and whips. You're right. Are you just gonna sit there? If you can hear him, it's because he's cleaning himself and he is so incredibly loud. Anyway, what has been happening? Not much. I have been unwell since Christmas. I've been dealing with some internal complaints. Had a whole bunch of testing done because my GP thought it might be gallstones, my gallbladder. Turns out all of the testing she did is negative, so now I'm being referred to a specialist for further testing. So we shall see what happens. Better to be safe than sorry, because my mum's side of the family has a history of bowel cancer and precancerous stuff, so best to be safe. And get that checked out. So I've got the referral, I've booked an appointment. Unfortunately, they're not available until mid-March, but they do have me on a cancellation list in the event that something comes up earlier, which is fine. I've just got to deal with the pain and everything else that's happening. So tis what it is. Other than that, work has been busy. I've had a new lawyer start. So we've just been settling them in. I ended up leaving early on Tuesday because I was really unwell, and I was off yesterday and I'm off again today. So I just really need to get this filmed. Otherwise you wouldn't be getting a video. So as soon as I'm done filming, I'm going to go sit and chill because I'm in quite a bit of pain at the moment. But it is what it is. Can only be positive about it. Anyway, I have got a SAF, so a start and finish, a finish, I have a new start, I have a restart, and then I have 5 whips to share with you, and I only have one tiny piece of haul because I cancelled one of my fabrics of the month and my seasonal silks. So we're not going to have much haul this year, which is fine by me. I need to use some of the stuff in my stash. And I need to stitch the patterns that I have. I'm not going on a buying ban, I'm just putting that out there, but I need to use the stuff that I have, and I need to stitch the patterns that I've bought because I've got so many that I want to stitch that I haven't started, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, the first thing is my start and finish, and it is a chart from my lovely friend Jen over at Idris Studios. She's wolfed down the rabbit hole here on YouTube. She designed a chart. She sent it to me to have a look at, the mock-up, and it was Shadow Wielder. And I asked her if she could chart Violent Little Thing, which is a quote from Fourth Wing. If you haven't heard of Fourth Wing, highly recommend you go read. It's a romantasy series. Onyx Storm, which is book 3, just came out. I finished it in a day. It was very good. Anyway, so Jen has designed this in a monochromatic. Are you getting down? There we go. She's designed this in a monochromatic style, so you can stitch it with whatever you want. I decided to do this. So this is Violent Little Thing. This is stitched on a 32 count Stormbringer by Color Cascade using Silks for You silks. So the green and the silver are Silk of the Month and seasonal silk exclusives. The black is PR070 and the orange is a Silk of the Month. Silk. So this is what I did. I've got room underneath for one more. I think I'm going to do, I haven't decided if I'm going to do the Dragon Rider Codex quote or if I'm going to do Liam's quote. I'm not 100% sure. I have ideas for Liam's, but this is stitch 2/2 on the 32 count. Stormbringer was my first fabric of the month from Color Cascade. And I just thought it was perfect because if you know, you know. So that's my first finish. It was a start and finish for this year. My second finish, I finished 2 days ago, 1 day ago, yesterday. It's today. Yeah, no, it was yesterday. And that is my oldest stitch along. It is from 2022. And it is the Supernatural Stitch Along by the Witchy Stitcher, and it is done. How flippin' cool. So I have made some changes. I'll bring it in. I recharted the Sirens crown to make it a little bit more fancy. Her tail and her crown have got treasure braid. The moon, the skull in the moon has got treasure braid. The blood on the zombie is treasure braid. The gold in here is treasure braid. The grave is black treasure braid. The little bat is treasure braid. The gold is treasure braid, and the white in the wings is treasure braid. In here it is the mushrooms, her hair, the black stars around the outside, and he has gold sparkly underwear. The black ghost, I did the white in the demons because the color that was called for was the same color as my fabric. I recharted the fairy to my favorite bat boy. So his siphons are treasure braid and they are French knots in treasure braid. And then for the harpy, I did the talons in treasure braid. The only other change I made was I did the vampire with the colouring of Manon from the Throne of Glass series. So, Supernatural Stitch Along by the Witchy Stitcher is done. The margins are really tight on the edges, but this was a perfect piece of fabric. This is 18 Count Menacing Storm by Crafty Leanie. It was a fabric of the month. So those are my finishes. My new starts. I will show you my new start because this was the Onyx Storm Eve Sal. I think it's a Sal. I'm not 100% sure. I've got to check that. But I started this on the 20th of January, which is also my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Steph. So I stitched this on the for the eve of Onyx Storm, and they were stitching an actual like little gold dragon, but I've had this chart. So me and my friend Mel have started the same chart for Onyx Storm Eve stitch along. And this is where I'm up to. I know it doesn't look like much, but this whole thing is going to be backstitched. So it's in the Q-snap because I was working on it last night. This is an 18 count amethyst by Crafty Leanie. It looks like a storm, which is the reason I picked it. But these are all half stitches so far. I think that's 2 days. I've worked on it 2 days. I have 2 different needles going with 2 different colors. So yeah, this is where this is up to. I love this color. Like, I don't even know if that's probably accurate. Anyway, like I said, this whole thing's going to be backstitched in black, so it's going to pop anyway, but I love the fabric. Both of these needle minders are from Ginger Stitch AU. Okay, my next start was actually a restart, and that was my Mario Through the Ages. Because I stitched it in the wrong orientation. And there was no way I was frogging it, so I decided to restart it. And the bad idea bears one, and I am stitching this 1/1 on a 32 count now. So this is my restart. I've actually done more on this than I had on my original whip. This needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. This one is from Rebel Stitcher. And this is stitched 1/1 with a call for DMC on 32 count clouds by Color Cascade, which is this not perfect for this chart. So I had actually dyed a piece of 25 count. This is the color the 25 count came out as, and I started it. I did start it. And this is what it looked like. And I just wasn't feeling it on this fabric. Like, this just seems brighter and more retro and just like Mario Sky. So, restarted. It's on a 17 by 26 cut, but it's not actually going to be that big. So, we'll see how it goes. I'm very excited. This is one of the projects that's on my 25 for 2025 for fandom. So this will get at least 2,025 stitches this year. This is already well over 1,000, I think. So we'll see how it goes. I'm very excited. I quite enjoy doing the 1/1. Like, I'll come in really close. So tiny. It's quite enjoyable. So that is that. So they are my new starts. Well, my new start and restart. Next up is my whips. If you heard that scrape on the floor, it's the bottom of my heated blanket. Because it's cold today. It is the middle of summer and I am cold. Sorry. It's been really hot, like 30s, over 100 Fahrenheit. And I think today's only going to be like 22 Celsius. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, so my first whip is 324 by Works by ABC. I am stitching this along with Mel and Chloe. Everyone I mentioned will be tagged down below. So this is the cross stitch version. And this is where I'm up to. Oh, my nose is itchy. I need to do today's square. I haven't done that yet, but there is so much pink. So much pink. I'm working what's in the Q-snap, and then I'll probably go down before I move across. So this is where this is up to. This is stitch 2/2 on a 36 count even weave. So that's the cross stitch, and then I'm also doing 324 the sequel, which is the black work version. This is also by Works by ABC. And this is what this looks like. This is stitched on a 25 count, and then it's as called for, because sometimes it's one strand, sometimes it's two strands, sometimes it's a mix of both. So this is the block I did yesterday. I need to do today's. My favorite block is probably this one. I really like the way this was to stitch, and I really like the way it looks. This lattice one was not fun. This one was really easy. Today's is really easy, and tomorrow's is really easy as well. So they'll be fun, but this is what this looks like. So these two together, they will be roughly the same size. Yeah. Cute. These stay in their Q-snaps because I work on them daily. Okay, the next thing I worked on was Diagon Alley by Country Magic Stitch. I used this for prompts for fandom stitching. It is also one of my 25 for 2025. So this is, we can use this if we don't have a project that fits a prompt. We can use this, one of our 25 for 25, and that's what I did for this. It's got a decent amount of work in. This is where I'm up to. So I put in more of the building, which actually looks like a building now. I am stitching this on a 22 count Hardanger 2/110 stitch with CXC threads. Just because the coverage with CXC 10 stitch is pretty decent. So it looks like a building. Anyway, Hogwarts Needleminder is from Itchy Stitchy. It's no longer available. And then this one is from Adam Hart. So yeah, like I outlined the blue in the sky, not that you can really see it, and that'll just be easy fill in for the next prompt I use it for, which is exciting. Okay. The next thing I worked on, which I have now officially fallen behind on, is the Blackwater Sirens Stitch Along by Bella Filipina. Why am I behind? Because I had to frog 3,000 stitches and restitch 3,000 stitches. Anyway, I literally just have the 1/1 skin to do, but this is where it's up to. The 1/1 skin's taken a hot minute. So her tail has been released. As this is coming out, I'm charting it in Pattern Keeper just because it's making it a lot easier to work with. So I've started her 1/1 skin. It's a lot of work because I'm keeping track of my stitches. So like every time I stitch a 4 by like a 1 square, which is 4 stitches, I keep track of it. So I know exactly how many stitches I'm getting done because I'm keeping track of how many stitches I'm doing this year. I'll share my January stats in my first February video because we haven't hit the end of the month yet. But her 2/2 crosses are done. This is on a 36 count that I hand-dyed myself. Yeah, her 2/2 is done. The treasure braid is done. I just need to do her 1/1 and then beading will be completely at the end. This one will be able to be backstitched though because none of her where the backstitching is actually meets blank. Like blank fabric, which is really good. So at least she'll be able to get backstitched as I go. Jellyfish, Stingray and Bubbles are all from Ginger Stitch AU. I do have this one in a Nerge. In a Nerge hoop, she's in there because I don't want to pull her out. Okay, the final thing that I worked on is the Secret Grove Stitch Along by Needlelot Designs. This is in the Q-Snap because I'll be working on this today when I can. Oh, sorry, that was painful. I'm well behind on this. I'm still working on part 1. Part 1, part 2. Part 1 and 2. Part 5 comes out today, I'm pretty sure. Or tomorrow. But this is where I'm up to. I love this. This is stunning. It's so pretty. This is stitched on a 32 count at last by Color Cascade. Leaf needle minders are from Ginger Stitch AU. But I absolutely love Needlelot Designs, and I love the way their cross stitches look like stickers on fabric. That's what it looks like to me. So this is where I'm up to. This one's in the Q-Snaps. Like I said, I'm working on it today. So we'll see how much we can get done. This video is going to be really short. I haven't really worked on much. The majority of my work was trying to fix Bella, the Bella cell, and that took up so much of my time. So hopefully my next video has got some more variety. You'll obviously see 324 and 324, the sequel. That'll come up. You'll see Secret Grove. Maybe Bella again, but we shall see. So I'm hoping there's more variety next video, and I do apologize that this is going to be short, but it is what it is. Okay, the only thing I really have is haul, and then I do have a couple of shout outs because some people mentioned me in their videos. So the only piece of haul I have is my January 2025 fabric of the month from Color Cascade, and it is called Golden Touch. It's pink. This is not like super accurate. If you just heard my stomach, I apologize. She's having a time. She's not having a good time. I don't know if that's gonna be some white balance. I was really confused when I saw the name Golden Touch, and then I saw the fabric, because I'm like, it's pink. Like, I'm so confused. But it's not super obvious. This is gonna drive me crazy. It's not super obvious, but you can see little bits of like gold modeling through it. This is not going to do it justice because my light's garbage. There you go. So that's Golden Touch by Color Cascade. She's very pretty. And I don't really have a lot of pink fabrics. So far 2 of my fabric of the month from Color Cascade has been pink. I've got Stormbringer, Periwinkle, something else, Cup of Tea, Fairies Wear Boots, which is a pink, this, which is a pink. Variety. I'm loving it. Anywho, shout outs. Let me get my phone because I took a screenshot of who has shouted me out. Okay, so first of all, Ross has a new channel. Well, it's not a new channel, it's just a renamed old channel. Ross Vlogs. He is re-uploading our LA holiday from 2024 to that channel instead. So he's taken it off this channel, putting it over there. And he is also sharing some James Bond video reviews and some workout stuff. It's whatever he wants to talk about, it's over there. He'll be linked below. Kevin and Erica over at Accio Whip. They shouted me out, so thank you so much. If you don't watch them, go, because they are fantastic. I love watching them. Erin, the hiking stitcher, mentioned me in her video as well. Definitely go and give Erin a watch. She is absolutely lovely. DarkXStitch mentioned me in their whip parade. I have it listed here, but it's on my watch later. I'm so far behind on YouTube. But Naomi at DarkXStitch mentioned me, so thank you so much. But she will be, she'll also be linked below. I haven't seen the whip parade yet. Like I said, I'm so far behind on whip parades because I just added so many to my list. My watch later is like 60 videos so far. And the last person is Belinda, Aussie Stitcher, mentioned me in her description box because a couple of people mentioned me in her whip parade comments as a Flosstuber they watch. So whoever mentioned that, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Go and give them all a watch and a follow. The only other thing that I do need to mention is all but one person has responded regarding my whip parade. So W. Graham, if you can get back to me as soon as possible, that would be fantastic. If I don't receive a response by my next video, I will redraw that one. But otherwise, everybody else has messaged me their details. Haven't been to the post office yet. I want to get them all out at once so I don't have to do multiple trips. So if you can either message me on Instagram or email me your details, then I will be able to get that out to you as well. Alright, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry this is a short video. Let me know if you're planning any new starts in the near future. Maybe I'll start along with you if I've got the project. Do all the YouTubey things, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!